How old are you, Brian? I mean, Ryan?
41.
41. Why do you call a mother selfish? I have never met a selfless mother. Mothers are very selfish.
Did you have a difficult time coming up?
No, I had a beautiful time.
Where do you get this impression of motherhood?
You just said that mothers are selfless, and I've never seen a selfless mother. They are.
I said no. Well,
I mean, selfish mother.
They appear that way to children.
But you know now, as an adult, they are not, right? You said single mothers are selfless, but now that you know that they're, as an adult, you know that they're not. It's all an act, right?
So I got to run to this other.
He's about to
interview,
run.
but this has been a pleasure, and we should do this.
Can
again.
I ask you about the Great White Hope? May I ask about the president?
Which president?
The Great White Hope.
Which is the Great White Hope?
President Trump. Are you for the wall going up? A real wall going up?
Guy. No, I'm against that. But my other thing is starting now, so I got to run.
He's running, folks. This guy about to run.
Having me on.
You're ready, Ryan. Oh no! Ryan ran.
Yes, guys, welcome to another very interesting installment of Culture War. Here, Jesse ran this guy out. This guy is from the Young Turk, one of the Young Turk people, if you know, the very popular YouTube channel, so Jesse said something about his mom, and this guy got triggered and he ran. Guys, very interesting. You're going to enjoy this one. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get more videos like this. So without further ado, as usual, let's dive in.
Have with me Ryan Grimm. Ryan is an author, former Washington bureau chief for the Huffington Post and the Intercept, and a political commentator for the Young Turks. And I want to talk to Ryan about so much with so little time. Ryan, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, it's great to be here, Jesse.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. Ryan, I want the first thing, do you discriminate?
I hope not.
You hope you. You say what now?
I said I hope not. What about you?
But give me an answer first. Do you or don't you?
I don't think so, no.
You don't think you discriminate?
No.
Okay. Amazing. So, Ryan, so much I want to ask you about. You have a brand new book coming out soon, and the title is We Got People. Am I right about that?
That's right.
And what is that about?
It's about the fight within the Democratic Party over the last 30 years. So it follows kind of two different threads. One would be the kind of insurgent thread that was epitomized in the 1980s by Jesse Jackson and his Rainbow Coalition campaign, left wing of the Democratic Party and outside the Democratic Party, then in the 90s and 2000s, and then running through to today with that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And then the parallel thread, it follows the reaction of the kind of corporate wing of the Democratic Party to the rise of the New Right, to the rise of Ronald Reagan, and how they responded in time in the 1980s, 90s, and in a response that still kind of shapes how they see the world today.
Amazing. Are you conservative or liberal?
Me, I'm more of a liberal.
And what made you a liberal?
That's a good question. I just kind of always, rooted for the underdog. I was raised by a single mom. My brother and I were raised by a single mom who, got support from the state. And I recognized that without that support, we wouldn't have been anywhere. We would have been out in the street. And so I benefited from advances made throughout the 20th century, throughout my entire life. I benefited from public schools. I went to college mostly for free because of, financial aid. That's a result of, I think that everybody should be able to get. We got free lunch at school. We got, food stamps, kept food on the table. And I felt like, I just always felt that that was the right thing, that it would have been callous and heartless to just, put my mother out on the street. And I think I think particularly for children, watching their mother experience poverty is a particularly searing event, because a child's mother is God. They're everything to them.
And why is that?
Even if the mother is flawed in any number of ways, children, it's your mother. And if you see the world treating your mother in a nasty way, you're going to react against that. And so,
but why do you think that in today's America they have made the mother more important than the father? In normal society, the father is more important than the mother.
So
and these mothers who are look like they're suffering are really getting back what they put out. They bring their own suffering on themselves.
I think there's something about the selfless nature of the mother, the work that mothers do. We're still in a very gendered place in our child rearing, and mothers do end up putting in more of the work, particularly if you're being raised by a single mother. Then it's not even a competition. And so you see that selfless work being put in, and so it creates this kind of somewhat different situation. On the other hand, absolutely, if a child sees his father being treated unfairly by the world, that's also going to be a searing experience, and I think shape their politics going forward as well.
How old are you, Ryan?
41.
41. Why do you call a mother selfish? I have never met a selfless mother. Mothers are very selfish. Everything they do, they do for themselves, but they pretend that they're doing it for you. And the proof is, if you don't go the way they want you to go, or if you don't do it the way they want you to do it, or if you don't act the way they want you to act, they want to cut your head off. But if they were selfless people, they will allow you to be an individual. They will remind you that I had you, I did this, your daddy did nothing, I did this. They do that to control you. Why do they think that mothers are selfless?
Did you have a difficult time coming up?
No, I had a beautiful time.
Where do you get this impression of motherhood?
You just said that mothers are selfless, and I've never seen a selfless mother. Selfish mother.
They appear that way to children.
But now, as an adult, they are not, right? You said single mothers are selfless, but now that you know that as an adult, you know that they're not. It's all an act, right?
This is a really fascinating line of questioning, but I've got another interview lined up that I've got to run to. Is there anything else that you wanted to get to real quick?
Is this making you nervous?
No.
I know I have you for 30 minutes, so I wanted to find that out. I wonder, where did you get that idea from, though, as a man?
Okay. So I got to run to this other
He's about to
interview,
run.
But this has been a pleasure, and we should do this
again. Can I ask you about the Great White Hope? May I ask about the president?
Which president?
The Great White Hope.
Which is the Great White Hope?
President Trump. What do you think about the wall going up?
The wall seems idiotic. I don't. And all of his supporters seem to understand that they seem to understand the wall as a metaphor. But Trump was the only one dim enough to not understand that the wall was a political messaging device, a metaphor. He actually sees it as a real thing.
Are you for the wall going up? A real wall going up?
Guy. No, I'm against that. But my other thing is starting now, so I got to run.
He's running, folks. This guy about to run.
Having me on.
You're ready, Ryan. Oh, no. Ryan ran. That was Ryan Graham. He's an author, former Washington bureau chief for the Huffington Post and the Intercept, and a political commentator for the Young Turks. I could see that he became scared and ran. You can't run on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. You know why? If you run from Jesse, this song is for you. Amazing. First of all, he lied, folks. Ryan Grimm lied. He was scheduled for 30 to 45 minutes. He agreed to it. According to one of the producers, the schedulers, they got him, and he agreed to 30 to 45 minutes. So Ryan Grimm is a beta.